Um, it was a really good game. It's one of them things because I've been on both sides and I've been on both sides as a player. I played on two teams that are in the top 10 for worst losses in NBA history. Lost to the Indiana Pacers by 58 points, to, by 58 points in '98. After we just beat Chicago 2 nights before in Chicago, lost to Cleveland and we lost by like 53. So it's probably like the worst time in the world to be coming off a loss like we had and then coming in somewhere where a team been laying dead for a week. Gets a little hard. And so, um, our guys competed. They played hard. They fought. We looked like Pitt when they came in there and beat us. And NC State is a really good team, and you got to keep playing. You got to keep playing. You got to keep playing. But we took their best hits, and we were able to come out on top. But the biggest thing for me, I can talk about a lot of stuff, but for me, like the game came down to, I thought Jaden Mustaf did about as good a job as I seen on Darian Williams. Um, not only this year, but when I watched him before, he was physical, he was tough, he didn't back down, he didn't go for pump fakes, and the biggest thing, he didn't put him at the line. And so that to me was big for us. We guarded the three. McNeil was 3 of 10. So just honestly, just really happy at the guys responding. Proud of my team, and like we talked about, we just can't go backwards.
Damon, in terms of the road games, you guys have been close, the first two ACC road games, but couldn't quite close it out. Does this turn things around a little bit where you guys close games better? Is this a momentum moment for your team?
We'll see Tuesday, but I tell you, one win can change your season. I do know that, and so, you know, we can go and we can build on this. It was good to see, and we didn't make the free throws, but we got the stops. And so before we couldn't get the stops and we made the free throws. So what difference did it make? And I think that was the biggest thing tonight. We had a collective effort. It was five guys connected and playing as one on both ends of the floor, and I think that's what I take away from this win because it's been a tough 48, 72 hours for everybody. And so we did a lot of, I won't call it soul searching because it gets cliche-ish and all that, man, but we just wasn't happy with what happened. And so to come back today and beat a really good NC State team at their place, I think it shows a lot of character of those guys down there in that room.
Coach, you guys won the rebounding battle by 9. Could you speak on the toughness it takes to do that, especially on the road?
Well, it takes a lot, and truthfully, I won't sit up here and say that I felt like that every game this year, but I think that again, what happened on Wednesday had a lot to do with this. Um, I normally start two bigs, but with injuries, I've started one, pretty much for most of ACC play, and we getting a lot of mileage out of this group. They have toughness, they have grit. But we talked about finishing plays, and that's what we did tonight. We boxed out, we rebounded with two hands, and we had five guys rebounding. Some of those rebounds that we got late in the game, those balls been going out of bounds, and the other team gets it. Those, we fumbled the ball, teams have gotten layups. So for me, just seeing that payback that these guys got, I was really happy for them.
Your team limited NC State to 11 of 29 inside the 3-point line. What about your defense was able to, keep them uncomfortable and not get consistent, good looks?
Well, I just think everybody did a good job of sticking to the scouting report. We didn't overreact to a lot of things. Again, Copeland, he's a really good player, and I remember him from even when he was at Syracuse. I thought he was a really good player, but we were going to live with anything he did inside the paint, and try to guard the three and let him shoot from the three. Excuse me, but in the second half we tried to. They got a little better with that ball screen, so we tried to adjust some things. But the biggest thing is that guys took on the challenge. I mean, they got Williams, they have Copeland, We already talked about McNeil. They got guys come off the bench. They can really shoot the ball. And so we did a good job, I thought, with the physicality standpoint. And a lot of times, you know how basketball goes. When your best players are uncomfortable, usually your role players don't play the same way either.
Damon, I thought Kawasi's three, that was a big moment in the game to answer back there. Can you talk about just the confidence you've seen from him and him kind of asserting himself? I know you've wanted
Yeah.
a guy to step up. It seems like he's trying to for you.
Well, Wasey is he's become Wasey now in terms of you look for him for stability, you look for him for leadership. Talk to the other guys. He's been here as long as I've been here, and he did. He stepped in and made some big shots to keep us in the game, and then he made some big shots where we won't say we got over the hump, but it took us one time. I think he made it 3, took us to 8 maybe. But I was happy for him. He's bought in to everything that I've said to him from day one, and it was really good to see him get payback for what's happened because he's been here again. He's been here through the ups and downs, but this is a really good road win. And with guys like Wasey, hopefully we keep trending. We can trend in the right direction.
Anything else for Coach? Kelly can wrap us up.
Sure. I thought Cole did some good work off the bench for you tonight.
Yeah.
How have you seen him kind of develop here? I know he maybe wasn't planned to have as large a role as he's had because of Mo being hurt, but just kind of what have you seen from him over these last couple games?
Man, I just Cole to me, again, you already know. I told you when I picked Cole, when I signed Cole, it was more so he remind me of Luke Cornett. He has a great feel for the game. He just needs to get stronger. He's a freshman. He's young. He's gonna continue to get better each and every practice, each and every game. And sometimes it takes bigs a little longer, but he just has a feel for the game, his movements, and different things. And now it's just learning his way. Defensive positioning, knowing when and when not to on the offensive end, setting screens, being able to hold screen, roll, hold people off, get rebounds with 2 hands. But he did a great job tonight. Trust me, his minutes impacted that game. They definitely did.